Still Parents is the Whitworth's programme supporting families that have experienced a bereavement either in pregnancy or just after birth. We launched Still Parents in 2019 in partnership with the charity SANS, the Stillbirth Neonatal Death Society. They're one of the largest support networks for bereaved families. The group worked with creative practitioners who helped them make sense of their experiences, work through their journeys and produce creative responses. We've done printmaking, photography, creative writing, embroidery and ceramics. The participants make and do in these workshops, so the focus is very much on practical art making.
I did try and make it a bit whiter, but it's not really taken to it.
That's really nice. Are you pleased?
Yeah, I'm very pleased with it. I'm pleased it hasn't cracked. That was the main aim, not to crack it.
This is a joint effort between Paul and I. My single effort did not make it to the point where it could be submitted.
And we were convinced this was going to fall apart as well. So we're really
happy that we both got to work on it. It's very, very special.
Introducing them to the collections here at the Whitworth. They've responded to lots of the collections. We've worked with creative practitioners to help them explore some of those responses and then produce their own works. Sometimes they're in direct response to the collections here at the Whitworth, and other times they're related very much to their own very personal experiences.
Yeah, there's a sort of repeat all the way around of it getting more and more faded.
I kind of wanted to show that I'd felt very alone, but actually I'm not, because it's all of us. We're all kind of together behind something, but we're all one, really. So yeah, I'm going to shut up before I cry. Too early.
Ruth, did you put the lonely ones on yours?
Yes, this is one of the easy ones.
We had a session in our study centre where I presented some of the works. That gave them a really good introduction to the collection and how it can really help unlock some of those experiences and emotions that they wanted to share. All of the works that you will see in Still Parents have been selected by each of our participants. It's about them deciding what they want to see in the exhibition and how they want their stories to be told.
The group met in August and it was an opportunity for them to see their exhibition for the first time.
See everything on the walls, but you'll have to excuse, we are still in chaos.
My life
We wanted to give everybody a chance just to have a bit of a preview. Yeah.
We have the works interspersed with creative responses that they've produced themselves, and we also have objects that they have very generously loaned to us, which are connected very much with their own personal stories of loss.
This female figure inspired me right at the beginning of joining the group. Because at the time I just felt very alone. A lot of us attached to it. I think for a lot of reasons, not just the idea of being alone, but the idea of finding some peace. Everybody sort of took something different from the image. We've only been seeing the images small on a screen, but actually to come here and to see everything we've been looking at together in a bigger scale, it's been really powerful today, really powerful. I've cried twice so far, we might go for a third. Coming to the group was one of the best decisions I made. I love art anyway, but to have a real focus of it with a group of people that kind of understood from day one made it easy and helped me heal over time, I think. Yeah.
It's about allowing their voices and their experiences to be heard, and for us to not be filtering that or editing it.
So everyone chose an item or something special. What's yours? What's your...
Ours is right at the, we've got two. Ours is one right at the end here.
Oh, right there.
So this is the heart scan as it went on. So this is from the Jewish tradition of when you visit the cemetery, rather than leaving flowers, you always leave a pebble on the gravestone. And you light a candle every year on the anniversary. So these are, Our son Rocky died just after birth 30 years ago. We run the SANS group, so both Joe and I have put in work that is special to us in these memory boxes that we've created. It's not therapy. People use say the word art. It's not art therapy. It's actually just using art to explore one's own feelings and experiences. So that's what we've done. And you can see from the group here today how important it's actually been for people.
It's a physical memory. It's something that will always remind us of that little foot, that little hand, those moments that we had. We had like 2 hours with him before he passed. I think that's the main thing. Like when I look at it or I hold it, it's like that memory of like holding him, having that tactile, that touch, that connection. Everyone's memory box kind of displays and expresses their own, their own sorrow, their own memories, their own feelings. It's putting it next to each other kind of puts everything into context that really and truly, when it comes down to a lot of these things, none of us are alone. A lot of the time when you're experiencing it, it feels like you're alone. But things like this remind you that there's so many people out there going through the same things as you, going through the same things that you're going through. We might experience it differently, but essentially, we're all going through that same pain, that same trauma, that same, loss.